Hey guys, I wanted to hop on one more time today and just show y'all a little behind the scenes of how I create the journals. So if you are a creative, then I hope that you'll enjoy this. So we are going to go through how I create the journals. So if y'all, while y'all are... Okay. So this is our second Periscope today, but this one's totally different than the first one. I'm leaving tomorrow to go out of town, and I just want to show y'all how I create and how I paint the journals and kind of my little process for it. So if you are creative, if you have a creative business or anything like that, I hope that this is encouraging to you. So you're just finishing watching the first. So normally I don't do 2 Periscopes in a day, but right now I'm going to leave out of town tomorrow, and I'm going to be gone for a week and a half. So I wanted to hop on and just be able to show y'all the journals and kind of the process and how I do that. So this is going to be a pretty fast Periscope though, because my my little baby just woke up, and we may go get him in just a second. Whoops, I think I just unblocked I just blocked the wrong person. I think that was Angie. Y'all, I'm so sorry. I just blocked the wrong person. I was trying to block somebody else. I'm going to go back and unblock her. Okay, guys. So while you're joining in, okay, we're going to probably get some random users. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of start showing you, let's see. You know, guys, we're getting some random, I can unblock her after. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to apologize to her. So we may get some random users, and I'm not sure why. What'd you say, Tiffany? You know, we may hop out and hop back on because we are getting a lot of random users. Are y'all there? Are my friends there? Okay. All right, guys. So I'm going to show you how I create the journals. Okay, so first things first. Whenever I create, this isn't all the paints that I have, but this is a lot of the paints that I'm using. So I actually keep a whole slew of paints right here, and I pick out a bunch of paints, and I usually get sort of a color scheme that I want to stick with. Now, I wanted to show y'all because a lot of times I go through, I mean, this is not all of the different color combinations that I tried to go through, but what I did was tried to mix together the colors that I liked and that I wanted to stick with. So I kind of ended up sticking with these, and I sort of play with my color palette on my, I just use pieces of, like, this is just little paper plates. So you can see that I go through tons of paints at first, and I probably went through so many, gosh, I can't even tell you how many times I went through these, painting them to get to the right place. So I'm going to kind of share with y'all the final product and show you how I got there. So first of all, this is one of the covers. This is it painted just literally on the paper right now. So that's one. This is another one, and you'll see what they look like in my design program. And then this is another one. Normally, whenever I paint, so you can kind of see, this is all using pretty similar colors, so I try to keep this color scheme pretty close together. So you can kind of see all of these. And then, as y'all can see, I draw out the lettering. So sometimes I get some of my friends to do lettering, depending on timing, but here is the lettering for Gimme Jesus. And then here is, this is something else I was working on. This is the lettering. We actually have a mug that is made like this, but this is going to be a journal as well. So y'all can see that I literally just like sketch them out, and then I do, I mean, there's tons of different things that I've tried in here, and sometimes I try sometimes I draw this, I think 50 times until I get to the place where I know that that's what it's supposed to be. And so whenever I'm going to show you a few things in just a second. Oh, it was your daughter who was blocked. Oh my goodness. Can you tell her I'm so sorry? I'm going to go unblock her. So, tell her I greatly apologize. I was trying to block somebody random. But the first things that I do, y'all can kind of see those final products. I buy flowers. So I buy something that's going to inspire me, and I usually have flowers literally sitting on my desk. I painted these a few weeks ago, so the flowers are gone, but I buy something that's fresh and is going to inspire me, because when I bring out my paints to paint, I have the hardest time painting. I don't know about y'all, but whenever I start creating, there's all this fear and insecurity that just washes over me, and it takes me forever to start and to get to the place where I want it to be. So usually I spend hours and just days and afternoons trying to paint and trying so many times. Like, I could show you how many times I've tried to paint this cover, and I've started it and gone, this is not it, this is not it, this is not it. And sometimes I can get discouraged, but the Lord has showed me that it's a process. It's a process of vulnerability, a process of endurance, and a process of risk. And so usually I have to sort of break through all of those barriers at first in order to get to the place where I can start painting freely again. So it takes me a really long time. And I wanted to share that with you because when you're creating, if you were creating anything, not just painting, maybe you're a writer, maybe you are a cook, or just something like that. Whatever you're creating, it takes time. It takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of vulnerability, and takes us going, okay, I'm going to try something new, and I'm going to put my work out there. Because every time I paint, I go through this whole process of going, what if people don't like this, and all of these things. But I have to go back to the fact that I create for my creator. So I'm actually going to pull up my computer really quick, and I'm going to show you some different things that I use to inspire me. So how many pages are the journals? I'll show y'all that. I'm going to show y'all a sneak peek into my design programs right now. But I'm going to show you exactly, I find images and things that are going to inspire me, and something that I really want to capture what the journal is going to look like. Just really quick. Can y'all see that? This is my computer. Okay, so this is literally an image I found of just birds flying in a sunset. This is a sunset. This is flowers. And then I always, every time I create, y'all can see this, I go to Pantone and I see what the colors are for that year. So I'm just going to show y'all an example. Here is this cover, and then here's just like my inspiration. So I get something from nature, something that God has created to inspire. So y'all can see that. You can kind of look at this and then look at the Pantone colors. So if you're looking for inspiration, I just want to challenge you to look for inspiration in what God has created. Look for inspiration in color, in nature, in worship music, and all things like that. So usually I go to sunrises, I go to flowers. I find something that really captures my personality. And one of my biggest struggles whenever I am painting, I'm going to pull up this, and I'm going to show you all this in just a second. Okay, all right, it takes a second to flip. One of my biggest struggles whenever I'm painting is trying to get out of the box. So a lot of times I'll think of something that I want it to be just like that, and that box actually hinders me from painting because I'm thinking it has to look just like this. So once I kind of let go and just start going, okay, I'm just going to paint and just let it all out. Like, I'm going to keep it my style because I have a certain style. And I just can't break out of that. God created me. I love abstract. I love floral. I love bright colors. You're probably never going to see a cover in the shop that doesn't have a lot of color because that's just not who I am. You'll probably never see just something that has maybe just one color on it because I love creativity. I love pops of color. And so I really have to stick with what I love and what sets LifeLiveBeautifully apart. I want people to see the journals that I've painted and created and go and immediately go, oh, that's Gretchen. I want them to be able to see that unique design. So I just wanted to say that too. Now I'm going to show you the journal covers actually in my design program, and you can kind of see I put them all next to each other. Okay. So, sorry, the colors might look a little bit off since it's in the computer, but this is one of the covers that I've put in the computer. Here's another one. So, here's both the Gimme Jesus journals. Here is the Grace journal, and these are going to be gold foil. Sorry if the camera's a little bit funny, but these are going to be gold foil, and I think that this one is actually going to be a rose gold. Well, they may all be like a rose gold foil, so we're going to try some new things, but yes, I do scan them in. I scan them in myself. I'm going to show you all this totally unfancy. Look, I've got this right there. This is my office. This is the scanner I use. Like, how fancy is that? So, y'all can see computer scanner, a workout ball that sometimes I sit on in the office. This is my office. Y'all can see the program is Adobe Illustrator. So this is my office, my little baby that is awake and I need to go get. So you can see these, and I want to show you just the inside too. this is the inside of the journal. So I always sort of change it up. I'm going to kind of scroll through. I change up the design, go back through kind of some of the writing and pray through. I love this time it has sort of like a handwritten element to it. So if you never had one, the beginning has prompts. I'm just going to go through this real quick. The beginning of it has prompts. These are the daily sections, so you can see it's got these really pretty florals, and I wanted the insides to match the outside. I want it to be just a real delicate look. So y'all can kind of see that, but we also have a line journal that we're going to do, so you can use this for, I like having just an additional journal for writing out prayers and sermon notes and things I need to do. So this one's a lot more simple, and it's going to have scripture throughout rotating, and that is going to be the grace journal. So both of them are going to be gold foil. I'm just going to show you all this. I just want y'all to know my office is not perfect. I feel like we look at things on Instagram and we see things and we think it's perfect. This is what my office looks like. It's not perfect at all. This is the stuff that my baby plays with. This part might look clean, but this is what the rest of it looks like. So I just wanted to show y'all that, so you maybe even have some freedom in your creativity, that it doesn't have to be perfect. These are all of my journals that I have journaled, so I usually look through them whenever I start to create and just sort of just be re-inspired by prayers and lessons and things that God has taught me. And these are all of my Give Me Jesus journals, like all of them, a ton. So a lot of y'all didn't even, every cover is different. I mean, a lot of y'all may have not even seen some of these because they're older. And I will show y'all, let me pull out the very first one, because you've got to start somewhere. And the first journal that I ever did, let me see if I can find it, is hilarious. Oh, here it is. Okay. So y'all saw these paintings right here. I want to show you the very first journal because I want you to know, look, how imperfect is that? Like, I had no idea what I was doing. It's basically falling apart because I was sort of learning a lot. But I wanted to just show you that because if you're starting to create something, it doesn't have to be perfect at first. This was a learning process to learn how to create these things. And so I've gone from this, trying to figure out what to do, to this. So I just want to encourage you that the Lord will continue to create and to help show you what is what your style is, and just He's going to continue to show you what your style is and how you should create for His glory. So I think that was my biggest thing. I'm going to go in just a second. And then one last thing is just patience when you're creating. Be patient. It takes a lot of time. Don't rush it, because if you rush it, you're not going to create the thing that is like deep inside of you and that is just going to glorify the Lord and just bring you joy, and then also bring other people joy, because the things that you create and paint and write, all of those things, they affect other people. They're not just for you, but they are for the people that are going to buy from you, that are going to come into your home, that are going to eat what you make, just all of those things. So yes, those are my biggest things, my biggest tips on creativity, and the journals are hopefully going to come out like beginning of April. But we're just sort of starting the printing process, which takes a little while. So thank y'all for joining me. I'm going to hop back off because I got to go get my sweet little Nolly Bear. And we will do a quick Periscope in the morning for Proverbs. But I hope that this encourages you. If you have not created in a long time, just like bring out your paints, bring out your, whatever it is, your journal, whatever it is that you love to create. I challenge you to bring it out and to break through. I mean, it's hard. It's really hard. It's really vulnerable, but it's so worth it. So whether you do that today or this weekend or just sometime soon, don't be afraid to start creating again for His glory. All right, guys, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks for hopping on for this random, super fast Periscope. I'll see y'all later.